Hello everyone, this is Kevin from investbangkokproperty.com. I'm gonna be doing a project review and the development we are going to take a look at in this video is the Line Phahon-Pradipat. This is a completed development. The line, if you're familiar, is a joint venture between Sansiri and BTS. So typically when you hear of the line something, it is development that is usually near or next to a certain BTS station. So in this case, this is actually the nearest BTS station is Saphan Khwai BTS. Okay, so how I'm gonna do this review, right? Is I'll start off with sharing with you the overview of the location and what's going around, what's going on around this development. What are some of the highlights that's going on around here, and then I'll be spending a bit of time talking about the finishing and the facilities. It's gonna be a bit different from maybe some of my previous reviews because usually I do not talk so much about that. But having studied this project, I do feel that this is actually one of the key highlights of this development, and that would be the one of the main reason that will make people decide whether they want this development or not, because they really pay a lot of attention to the details, and they actually did a lot of things to make the project like very inviting, and it does have a wow factor when it comes to the common areas and all that stuff. So let's going to spend a bit more time on that, and then we take a quick look at the floor plans and some of the units available, and last but not least, I'll share with you the pricing guide of the project. And at the same time, I think currently they are actually also running some promotions on this development, the Line Phahon-Pradipat. So some of the units are being selected as star buy, so they are giving quite a significant discount on them. And then also, if you choose to, you can also take up the furniture package, just like how you will see them furnishing their show flat. So it will probably be of a similar standard. Then you don't have to worry too much about having to fit up the entire apartment yourself, if your plan is to use it as an investment or just a holiday home. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The Line Phahon-Pradipat. Okay, just now I mentioned that the line is typically a project that is known to be near to a BTS, but unfortunately, maybe the lack of good plots or affordable plots that make financial sense, some of the recent line projects may not be like next to train station. So in this case, that's what happens. So to actually walk to the BTS station, which is the nearest one is Saphan Khwai, you have to walk about 550 meters. I would say that will probably be a 7 to 8 minutes walk. It may not be that attractive to some people. Personally, I feel that if you want your project to be deemed like you want to be calling it like near to a BTS station, my personal standard is 300 meters or less, because that would mean about 5 minutes walk or so. So 550 meters walk, if weather is fine, I don't think there's an issue, because I have stayed in some of my friends' apartment in Bangkok, or staying in certain hotels that require me to walk the same amount of distance to the BTS. But it does become a minor nuisance when you get that unexpected rain or you're carrying heavy stuff. Then you can't say that this project is next to a BTS station. So just be mindful of that. Right, but along the way, I think there are shops. They will offer some shelter. Next to it, the station, there's a big C. You can see here, there's a big C, and also there's a Paulo Hospital. That's a private hospital. There's also a new hospital coming up, which I'll share with you shortly. Okay, so by by Saphan Khwai alone, there's really nothing very interesting. But it's a pretty a nice neighborhood, laid back. I think there's a lot of Thai cafes, restaurants that has sprouted out in this area over time also. But of course, majority of it, or maybe the more well-known ones, are one station away at Ari. Perhaps coming here and open shops, the rental is actually lower. So you always see like there will always be a spillover, just like how Thong Lo was started and then it spilled over to Ekamai, etc. Okay, but the noteworthy stations in perspective of Saphan Khwai is actually one station away from Mochit interchange. So if you want to get to Chatuchak Park or JJ Mall, you can actually get off Mochit station and walk to the Chatuchak weekend market. And right outside the station, there's also the park. Over the weekends, you will see a lot of people just hanging there, chilling out, having picnic. And this is an interchange between the green BTS line and the blue MRT station. That is important because I think one of the selling so-called point in terms of location is this is actually not too far away from the Bangsue Grand Station. So from Mochit, so if let's say you're staying in Saphan Khwai, you take one station up to Mochit, just change to the blue line. Another two stations, you will reach Bangsue Station. Bangsue Grand Station. That's the transportation hub of Bangkok and perhaps gonna be of largest hub in the Southeast Asia. And then one station down Tau Pun, if I may mention, that's the intersection between the purple and the blue line. So along the purple line also there are some government institutions. So it's pretty well connected. On the other hand, if you go down south, 4 stations away, you will hit Paratai Station, and Paratai Station is the green intersection with the airport railing, which will bring you directly to Suvarnabhumi Airport. At the same time, they are also in the midst of extending this airport railing line that will eventually bring you up north to Dongmeng Airport when it completes. And from Saphan Khwai, if you are trying to figure out how far away are you from the city center, 6 stations you'll reach Siam Station. That's the main shopping belt area, Siam, Chitlom, Planchit, etc. So I think it's still manageable, or 15 minutes or so away. So yep, so it's still pretty well connected. Okay, so just dive down in to give a bit more into individual, like, so Mochit Station, one station away to me is what's there, Chatuchak Park, Weekend Market, JJ Mall, right? There's a bus terminal as well. So some pictures. Okay, because I feel that quite a lot of locals actually go to Weekend Market for shopping. It's not just for tourists. You can actually get day-to-day stuff like kitchen appliances, kitchen cutleries, and they have pretty interesting. My friend's restaurant in Singapore also get their stuff from here. Okay, so Saphan Khwai Station itself, it has a private hospital, right? There's a Big C, there's a Tesco Lotus Express, so that take care of your day-to-day amenities requirement. You can buy, I think, almost anything that you need for your daily living over there. There's some banks to help you with your banking facilities as well, and there are quite a number of Thai local restaurants around. So you know, if you're staying around there, food wise, you don't have to worry. This area is actually growing up to be a very nice neighborhood. Right, so some pictures, some other pictures of the surrounding. There's schools as well. Okay, then another thing is so one station up north is Mochit, one station down south is Ari. Ari is important from investment perspective, is because over here at Ari it is like a northern cluster sub CBD for Bangkok. Over here there's quite a number of office buildings, so this is where your immediate catchment areas of potential tenants could come from. So and over at Ari there's a community mall right next to it. Can't remember the name. And also you have a lot of more food options, cafes and whatnot. It is like alternative to Thong Lo. Maybe less crowded, less expensive. Okay, so yep, some pictures, cafe, and so on and so forth. I think if you watch some of our other videos, you realize that Daryl likes to go to Ari for the khao soi. Okay, so in Ari we have about 10 over, according to these statistics, over 10,000 office workers in newly completed Grade A office building. So so these are potential tenants. Could be locals, could be foreigners who just want to stay nearby, and it is not something that is unimaginable because as I mentioned, Ari is a pretty nice neighborhood, so there will be people who want to stay around here as well. And over at Ari there are also some Noble developments. Previously we were marketing some projects by Noble as well. Okay, so how about future development? I think when we talk about like maybe to the northern Lat Phrao area, Ari area, Bangsue Grand Station will always be mentioned because this is like the project that everybody is aware of. This is like a major transportation integrated hub. So next time all the train will be intersected here. This is where the high-speed rail will link Bangkok to Kunming, China as well. Not only that, there's also a ASEAN commercial and business hub. You can see below here. It's so massive that it has to be done in phases. So you can so right now I think we're nearing the completion of phase 1, and then along the way they will actually add more and more stuff. So there will be offices, hotels, whatnot. Okay, so I guess the COVID has maybe halted the construction progress for a bit. So perhaps we will see the first phase be done by the end of this year. It's definitely up. You can check out one of our videos we did. Was it late last year or early this year? We actually went to Bangsue. We went out and see construction, everything is well underway. It's not just like a blueprint and then nothing is done. That's not the case. It's definitely going to happen. Okay, so there are just to share, it's not just the Bangsue Grand Station. There are some future development that are also planned. There are some new mixed development offices that are coming up, but I would say with or without them happening, existingly there's already a cluster of economic activities that are taking place over there, so you don't have to worry about will it be a case of over promise and under delivery, because there's already some baseline activities going on already. But I think what's interesting is I think opening this year, plan for this year, is that they're going to have another private hospital called Vimutti International Hospital. You can see on my right hand side of the screen over here. There's going to be near to Saphan Khwai. That's a private hospital, 250 beds if I'm not wrong, and the primary target market is actually the middle class, right? So because healthcare, affordable quality healthcare, it is a issue in Thailand at the moment. So hopefully they can take care of this situation by having more good private hospital that can be offered to the locals and foreigners alike. Okay, moving on. Now we will zoom in onto the project itself. We will start by me showing you some of the site surrounding, right? So as I mentioned, the development is already up and running. One single tower in a L-shaped format. Not too many high-rise, and in fact, you see from this picture here, you can see Bangsue Grand Station in the background. And all right, so there's another project view from all angles. Okay, so next up, now we'll go into the product information. This is a one residential building, 46 stories. There's one clubhouse, which is quite unique. This is not the new normal small clubhouse that they always try to just squeeze into the limited land plot, which I'll share with you shortly. There's a total number of 981 units. About 70% of them are one bedrooms. The one bedrooms ranges from about 25 square meters to about 40 square meters. So there's a mixture. Majority are the 70% are one bedrooms. The rest of 30% are a mix of two bedrooms, and a small portion of it are three bedrooms. Okay, parking wise, 54%. And then these are the facilities which I will be going through individually, right? Because I really feel that these are the highlights. Okay, so here's another angle, right? So you can see that there's a rooftop garden over here. The pool, jacuzzi, all these are actually on the 9th floor. There's a sky lounge on the 46th level. Playground is on the 35th floor. There's a lot of pockets of green open spaces all around. Even though you have almost 1,000 units here, they still need to create some living spaces, which I feel that they have done a good job. And so that's here the pool on the 9th floor, and the clubhouse is actually separated from the usual. So the plot is actually quite unique. It actually wraps around an existing building, and the clubhouse is actually around here. Okay, here's another angle. Right, we'll go into details individually. I would like to mention that also nowadays the new batch of condos are very they place an emphasis on going green. So over here you have like renewable solar power. They will have catered for bicycle parking and electric car station as well. They even have a food waste reduction recycling machine, which I will show you shortly. Okay, so let's just talk about the clubhouse facilities. Two levels of clubhouse. There's a convenience store, co-kitchen, BBQ lawn, secret garden on the first floor. Okay, so there will be a convenience store which is here. Okay, so if you need something in the middle of the night, you don't have to go outside. You can actually just come down here. Should be 24 hours. Right, then this is the entire space catered for clubhouse. Why is like this is because I'm sure you are also aware that typically in Bangkok, the units are pretty light size. So one bedroom is about 30 square meters. They're not really meant for hosting friends and all these things. This is actually a phenomenon we are also seeing in Singapore. So with that, developers have to spend a lot more effort on creating communal spaces where you can actually host your friends, have parties, or even perhaps before going back to your apartment, you can actually chill out at some of the open spaces that the development has to offer. And this is not a straight off project where the developer is trying to maximize has to maximize every single floor plate to just build a squarish block with as many units as possible inside, so that they can justify the high land price that they bought, and then they will just sell you because of the location. This one is selling on the lifestyle as well. Okay, so skip this. Okay, this is actually the actual photos. The facade of the clubhouse looks like. they use a lot of copper wall cladding, so you have this very nice bronze hue to the entire facade of the building as well. Okay, so there's another perspective. Let me just run through the photos very quickly. Okay, so there's a lot of open green spaces. This is the actual development. Right, the barbecue area. These are all subjected to booking from the residents. Okay, cold kitchen, BBQ lawn. Okay, this is a cold kitchen area. Seems to be a fad nowadays. A lot of the condos that we visit will all probably have something like this. So I guess it's where you can have your party to just hang out with your friends, etc. Starting from here, you can see here they do make a lot of mention about the kind of materials that they use, which they do use pretty quality stuff. Like, for example, this table top over here, this island top over here, they're using materials like Cortesia marble that's imported from Italy. Okay, and even the kitchen appliances that are provided here, they use the Gaggenau brand. This is a brand that we saw in we visited Ritz-Carlton Residences Bangkok, and this is the brand that they use. So it's a brand that you will typically find quite often in high-end condos as well. Okay, so over here they're using this. Yeah, here this is a food waste machine that I was talking about. This is pretty cool. So they actually have this as well. I think food waste is a big concern worldwide, and then now they have this as well. Hopefully it's useful, people can actually use. So whatever that you do not want, the machine can help you convert them into compost. Okay, so we go up to the second floor. You have your co-living space, or should I say it's like a function room area that you can book, if I'm not wrong, right? So that's how it looks like, actual photos in the surrounding. Okay, there's even a movie theater room that you can book for screening, right? Sony and Bose home theater. Okay, so it's open for booking. I think quite impressive. I can sit about, I think at least can put about 20 people inside. Not too much of an issue, I guess. Yeah, so you can do your own private screening here. And then at the top of the clubhouse, that's where you have the open roof garden. Okay, so this is the facade of the development. Now we move to the main building. The main building is also pretty impressive. The external walls of the building here, you can see here the pillars, the high tall pillar. They're trying to create, I don't know, it's like maybe a Roman Colosseum feel to it. They're actually using travertine stone, and then this is a copper panel facade. So travertine stone, I did a bit of googling, right? Apparently it's actually one of the main materials that people used to build back then the Roman used to build the Colosseum as well. This kind of color scheme is actually timeless beauty. So it just makes the entire hall entrance to the development looks very classy. Vertical greens, right, to add balance to the development. Even the driveway, right, it's not they didn't just like normal driveway, just a typical tar road. They actually use cobbled granite stone to pave the driveway to the main entrance for the drop-off area as well. So these are little details that maybe we will ask like, okay lah, I mean I'm just watching this on video, I may not feel it, but buying a house or staying somewhere is a emotional decision also. Even though as much as we sometimes always say that, oh, it's just for investment, as long as the dollar and cents makes sense, but when you buy, eventually you're looking to sell it off to the next person who could be an end buyer, or you're renting it out. So all these small things add up to make the entire development feel very classy and welcoming. Then people will always in the area will always make mention of this project in comparison to the rest of the competitors that are in that area. So that's where it makes a difference, you see, when it comes to renting or selling to the next party. Okay, so this is they're using solar energy. Okay, main lobby. Okay, let's just quickly go through this. The main lobby, high, if I'm not double volume, 9-meter ceiling. Okay, because high volume is always will always make the entire lobby look grand with a lot of natural lights coming in. This is actual photos. This is not artist impression, right? So they really deliver as per what is promised. Okay, so ceiling height here, they made a mention of 9 meters, and I was going through these materials and I realized that they did not just do any other lobby as well. I realized that they actually furnish it with high-end Italian furniture, sofas, and they even use this lighting from Tom Krug. Okay, honestly, if you ask me, I'm not really into like branded stuff, but because of the nature of work, I have to do a bit of reading up. And okay, let's just talk. So they use this for the sofas, right, in the lobby, right? They have this Minotti brand. Apparently, it's one of the sought after brands, Italian leather furnishing brands. And then they also use this another brand called Aliva. Let me show you. Okay, over here. Okay, so this really okay. I was trying to find out what's the price, but seems like I wasn't able to get any accurate pricing. So but you know, this light, okay, this light is from Tom Krug. This it's actually based in London, right? And this is one of their facade chandelier is actually their should I say their highlight, right? This is what they are famous for. I did a quick research. So over here, you know, they have quite a number of them. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, right? So they have all these private spaces. They kind of duplicate like as though you are in a hotel lobby. You have all these private spaces to maybe meet your guests or just hang out instead of bringing them up to your unit. Each of these chandelier light, I was checking it online, 1000 facade chandelier will cost you about 13,000 USD, and they're using a large one here, 1600 Well, of course, it's not just so much about the just the price alone, but I guess they figured that this chandelier will make the entire building look a lot more classy. Acts as a centerpiece. So and then all these walls are also using Emperador marble. So the gold hue that is emitting from this light reflecting off the wall will give it a very nice glow. Okay, and that's how the mail room looks like. The flooring is actually tiled by black Macrina marble as well. So this marble is quite unique. It's intense dark color, and then all these white brush strokes are almost like a painter's brush stroke on a black canvas. And then they'll pair with the very gold colored letterboxes. Even the letterbox mailbox area is like a work of art. they have this right. Getting common, but I think it's gonna be almost a must-have for new age condos nowadays. There's so much online shopping going on. For security reason, you and also for convenience, cannot be you waiting at home all day for a delivery. So the delivery man will come, they will just put it in, you get a message with a PIN number, unlock it, get your stuff. That's how online shopping goes nowadays. Okay, so moving on to the facilities, the swimming pool is on the 9th floor. That's a 30 meters lap pool. And then you have steam sauna. So that's another highlight that we'll come to later, fitness area. So just a quick overview. Okay, so that's how the pool looks like. So I think some of the prime units would be, I think these units will have a very good view of the pool, right? Direct pool view. Again, more green spaces. Having a condo of about close to 1,000 apartments, that means you have about 2,000 odd people probably staying inside, 1,000 over. So it has to, the development has to make sense. You have to have like open spaces for people to like really hang out. If not, it will be very suffocating. Then that will be really what we call a mass market project, where the facilities are bare bone, and then the developer are just building off Lego blocks of units, many of them all into one. Okay, this is the changing room. It's as if you are going to a spa. And the sauna here, you actually have a sauna inside the building. It's not just any sauna. It is a Himalayan salt sauna. So apparently, you know, if you are a believer in sauna, it's good for health. And then if you add this Himalayan salt sauna, which you can find in some of the higher end spas, apparently the natural qualities of the Himalayan salt can help you to reduce inflammation, fight infections, or reduce discomfort. I have not tried it, so if you have the chance to try, you can let me know whether it works. Okay, so yep, so quite a lot of the more like luxury spa actually have this. Even when we talk about swimming pool, so I think for this project, this is a normal swimming pool. Sometimes one of the selling points of luxury condos is the pool they will use, instead of chlorine system, they will use a natural saltwater pool as well, because it's supposed to be better for the body over long run. And these are small attention details that you will find in luxury condos. Okay, let's see. Okay, the fitness, there's the fitness center. It's a well-equipped gym. They have some pretty fancy equipment there for you to use. I'm not really a gym person, so yep. Okay, there's a fitness area. Pocket gardens, right? So that was what I mentioned. So every 3 levels they actually have like open spaces, pocket garden, pocket terrace. They could have built units into this also, or maybe they can build larger units next door and then sell it for more floor plates. But you need this to make the entire development a more desirable place to live in. Okay, so some more pictures. Playground. The playground is quite a sizable one. So when they do this, again, I think this is done with the expectation is you actually will get real families that will want to stay in this area. Because Saphan Khwai, of course, comparing to areas like Thong Long, the per square foot rental or price would definitely be way lower. That's where you actually get the middle class Thais wanting to buy, but they the middle class Thai who can afford to spend a bit more will want to buy quality living condition. So this is project I think is also really targeted at this class of middle class, upper middle class Thais. Okay, so playground, colorful playground. Okay, this is an actual photo. Okay, and it's not just a small square and then they just call it a playground. It's quite a decent open space for kids to run around, I would say. Okay, and then you have your Sky Lounge. Okay, this is another highlight. I think the Sky Lounge is quite a beautiful place. Okay, okay, this is how it looks like. 6-meter ceiling height, floor to window, glass windows, a lot of natural lighting. Okay, can watch the sunset. Even the toilet WC is actually protruding out this part. Okay, yeah, as though you are really like walking on in the sky. Okay, last but not least, let's quickly show you, on the rooftop garden on the 47th floor. Okay, this is how it looks like. What's interesting, impressive is I think this is something that we saw when we visited some of Sansiri's project last year when it TOP also. The way it's delivered is really, I think, will be very similar to how you see the brochure when you bought them. I mean, just looking at this, you realize that they actually put in a grown tree instead of building a sapling over here and then waiting it to take shape over time. So all these landscaping, again, simple minor things, makes it a lot more pleasing to stay in this, and it also shows that they take pride in their work to deliver as promised to you. Okay, so enough time talking about facilities. I think if you really want to know how good it is, if you have the chance after the lockdown is over, go and see for yourself, make an appointment with us. We can make arrangement for you to visit the actual show unit and the facility as well. That will be the best way to check out development. Walk yourself from the BTS to the development and see what do you see along the way, and then you will see, can you imagine yourself staying here? If you can, then a lot of times when we buy property, it's all about going back to basics. You have to ask yourself first whether this is a house that you will be proud to stay in. If yes, then it will be a house that will be easy to tenant out, and it will be a house that will be easy to sell next time also. If you cannot imagine yourself staying in something like this, then perhaps it may not be that sound an investment, even no matter how low the price is. Okay, so let's very quickly look at the floor plan. The floor plan is quite standard now. It's quite common from now on. So you have your lift lobby tucked away to this corner here. Tucked away to this corner, 6 lift, and then it's a L shape. North, if I think the pool is here. Alright, this is the swimming pool. So the corners are the big units typically. That's how they will always tend to arrange. So you can see here, I'm not sure if it's too small. So here's a 2-bedroom. At the corner, the rest are 1-bedrooms. I think the corner are the larger 1-bedroom, 37 square meter. And then those facing inwards are some of the smaller ones that's facing. So here we'll have very pretty unblocked views. This is also a prime unit in my opinion. Here and here maybe not so desirable because your line of sight is kind of obstructed. Your line of sight is only like this, whereas a unit like say here, you actually get that 180 degrees line of sight. So that's what we mean also when we talk about selecting choice units, especially out of 900 over unit. You want to choose units with good facing, maybe certain unique features such as being on the level of the sky garden or the playground. That will give you a unique position when you try to sell or rent next time also. Okay, room layout very quickly. Here's how a typical 1-bedroom will look like. nothing too out of the ordinary. Standard wise, you come in through a kitchen. The kitchen can be enclosed. All right. Good design. The bathroom can be accessed from both sides, living hall, kitchen, as well as bedroom as well. The balcony is at the bedroom side. Okay. For this unit is either the east or the west facing. Okay, there's another configuration of slightly larger unit, 37 square meters. Maybe perhaps the difference is maybe larger living space. You have a dining area, and also the balcony is positioned in the living room instead of the bedroom. This will be personal preference already. So there's really a different when it comes to Thai property, right? They really have a lot of different configurations. So it doesn't make sense for me to show you everything. So let's say if you guys are interested, right? Let me know. I'll be able to send you a more detailed PDF of their floor plans. Okay. The door, they will use a digital door lock from here. It's pretty good. Okay, let me just quickly show you how does the kitchen and pantry will comes in. Okay, for Max is actually a local Thai brand. Neither on, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like on the high end. It's probably in the middle, average. So not much comments on that. Okay, some of the standard specs of the kitchen. Light brown earth colored scheme, beige. Okay, skip this. Okay, this is talking about kitchen top. This is how the kitchen of the small one bedroom looks like. Actually, it's quite cool. They actually have what they are showing you is they actually have all these small things. Again, is what we call attention to detail. They have because it's coming from the entrance here, so they plan for you to have a small shoe compartment, right? So that should be taken care of. That you have this here for you to hang your brooms, mops, so that you keep all these things unsightly. Because have you ever wondered, where are you going to put them? You do not have a storeroom. So all these are storage solutions that they have already thought of for you. Okay. Okay. So to save space, this can actually be put down to reveal the tabletop, simple dining top. Okay. Wardrobe, full height wardrobe, LED light installed inside, black glass. Okay, quite classy. You have all these compartments all done out for you. They even have these like hanging accessories, I guess. Okay, this is a wardrobe of a 2-bedroom. So 2-bedroom, you have more space, so you have your dressing mirror that's extra. Okay, again, it's full height. It's quite important. Some of us take it for granted, but I really have seen condos, right? I do not know why the developer built the wardrobe like from here until here, then you leave one open space on top. Then you collect dust. It's not practical for living. They have a shoe cabinet for 2-bedrooms, so they even have this seating that you can pull out. It's quite cool. Okay, bathroom, very quickly, cream colored, nothing special. Okay, so that's how it looks like. Okay, some of pictures of the show unit, because they are already completed, so I think they converted some of the actual units into show unit. So of course you have to take note that the designs are not included, like things like this neon light, all these I mean, you can try to copy them, but when you buy, it will be more like the photos I showed you before. Bare unit with furnishing, but you will not have all these fanciful design. They're just trying to show you, I think this just trying to show you that different lifestyle, that's how you can design your house. So very quickly, I just run through. I'll probably see whether I can get uh, I'm not sure when I can go down to Bangkok, probably end of the year. So we'll see whether our colleagues can have the chance to visit and we can do a virtual tour or do a video of the project. Okay, so very efficient use of space, I would say. Okay, okay, this slide maybe for those who are thinking of renting out. So over here is some numbers for your reference. Okay, I would say averagely about 500 baht per square meters. So you can use that as a guide. So if you are buying a one bedroom that costs you that is sized at 30 square meters, so your rent would be about 15,000 Thai baht. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think 12 between 12,000 to 15,000 Thai baht for a one bedroom in this area is about average. Okay, so next up, let me show you a bit about the price of the project. Bye. Okay, so now we are coming to talk about the price. All right, just gonna share with you a price guide of the Line Phahon-Pradipat. Let's talk about one bedroom first. Okay, generally the units that are left for sale on the mid to high floor. So we're talking about units starting from 30th level all the way up to 40 something. Which I suppose was maybe they actually started selling from the lower floor as well. So okay, let me just give you this example as a guide. Let's say I take a one bedroom on this is a one bedroom on level 30. Okay, sorry, bad handwriting. Level 30. Alright, let's see what's the size of this unit. That would be 33.98 size, 33 almost 34 square meters, and it's facing east. Okay, which is there's no afternoon sun, so that's more premium facing, probably considered compared to the west. Okay, previously if you were to maybe inquire about this project previously on based on their list price, right? Their price was at okay, let me just use this color was at 6.342 million baht, or in terms of per square meters wise, that was about 186,639 per square meters. So right now, based on the so-called discount they are offering, you will be paying about 10% off. So you'll be paying instead 5.819 million baht, which works out to be about 171k per square meters. So on average, I'm looking through the list, right? So you're generally buying it at a special price of about 10% discount. But of course, do take note that this is a completed development, so you will have to kind of complete the transfer almost within the next 3 months should you decide. But on the flip side, that also means that you have a ready product that is that you can actually start using for yourself or renting it out. All right. Okay, so for discussion's sake, right, let's just look at a two bedroom. It's gonna change the color. All right, if you're interested in a two bedroom, say on level 31, this is a 2 bed 1 bath, size wise 52.45 square meters. Okay, the list price was at 10.179 million baht, which is about 194k per square meters. So after the discount, it will now be 9.309 million baht instead. Okay, so it's about again it's about 10%. Yes, so it's quite across board, so it's about 10% off. So the per square meters will now drop to 177k per square meters. Okay, so so instead of 190 something square meters on average, right, then it has all dropped. If you want the more I would say in terms of per square meter lower ones, right, then you can consider those that are facing west, because to start off with, the west facing units are already about 176,000 per square meters, and then after the discount you will now be paying 160,000 per square meter thereabout. So it's you have to figure out, do you want to pay a premium for facing, or you would prefer to go for the best so-called price point value. Okay, and there's also some promotions that are going on. Okay, some additional perks, should I say. Promotions. So of course, please understand that while I'm sharing with you right now, this is applicable. They do reserve the right to change. Usually, as sales move up, then they might take away some of the stuff. But they've been pretty aggressive. A lot of people, I think, over the last webinar, they were asking us, the COVID is here. Is it because of this? Then after that, then the sales have gone down. But surprisingly, I think it's also partly due to these very aggressive promotions that they are doing to move their inventory. Some of the projects we actually were told that were actually sold out. Previously they were like left hanging for a while. Then recently some of the projects like just left. The Monument Tong Law started off with quite a number of units a couple of weeks ago, but I think if you were to call and ask, I think they are left with like one or two last left units left already. So are people buying? Fact of the matter is, I think people are buying. Maybe those who are ready, who have been in the market for a while, realize that this is probably as good as it gets in terms of promotion. These are genuine buyers, so they actually pull the trigger. But the good thing about buying in these kind of times is, besides the perks, is you really get the time to think. You are not under a time pressure where people are telling you, 2 years ago it was like really quite crazy. People are like queuing up to buy a Taka house. Then you are under a pressure cooker. You have to make a decision. But now you can really slowly choose your facing. The agents are nice to you. The developer are nice to you. Then you can get a choice unit lah, basically. Right, so promotions, there will be, okay, these few items, let me just list them down first. Okay, I will use, let me change another color. Okay, transfer fee, okay, 1 year common fee, okay, 1 year property care package. Okay, this is essentially their property management package. Okay, home, okay, just lump it in. This is called the furniture package. So the unit can come fully furnished. Okay, these 4 items here will be given free. So that's additional savings. If I were to help you put a dollar value to it, transfer fee is 1%, correct? Because 2% transfer fee, Sansiri pays 1, you pay 1. So on top of this 10% discount off the lease price, now you get another 1% transfer fee, so 11%. 1 year common fee. The common fee for this project, right, is okay, in case you're asking, common fee, which is the maintenance fee, is 52 Thai baht per square meters. So if you buy a 1 bedroom unit, 30 square meters, so that will be about 1,500 there about. All right, 52 multiplied by 30, all right. So that multiplied by 12, that's 1 year of savings you are getting. Okay, just also to mention, sinking fund is a one-off payment, unless they need to call for it again, will be 500 THB per square meters. Okay, so that's for the general upkeep. Let's say certain things spoil, and they will draw from this fund. Okay, so with the common fee and then your 1 year property care package, from what I know outside, people are charging anything between 15 to 20,000 or even more. And then of course you have your furniture package, so that you save money against on fully furnished. I would say ballpark, you are getting a discount off the list price of about 13 to between 13% thereabout. Okay, so this is really what we are looking at. Okay, and before you leave, right, I mentioned at the start of the video that right now they are even having some star buys. So let me just take the opportunity to share with you. So but it's only for 4 units. Okay, so this is what they are doing right now. So every week, from what I understand, every week or every 2 weeks, they will rotate based on the projects that they want to push. They will grab a couple of units and then they will slap even further discounts on it. So these star buys, on average, a 1 bedroom, they're selling you now 1 bedroom. Okay, star buy. Okay, let me draw a star. Star buy. Alright. Star buy. Okay. Okay, shit. Can I shit? Oh, okay. It's quite a nice app. Okay, this star buy, right? The 1 bedroom is at between 4.5 to about 4.9 million baht. And the unit size is about average 35 square meter. Okay, not the small ones. So remember just now earlier I was sharing with you this on the 30th level, the units are about 34 square meters facing east. It's selling at about 5.8. So now these 4 units, if you take actions now, of course provided again you've done your due diligence, do not be rushed into anything. They are knocking off another almost close to $1 million discount for you. Okay, there's a mixture of some unit face east, some unit face west, two east facing, 2 west facing units. Okay, but this is a star buy. Alright. Okay, so if you guys are interested to know exactly which unit this is, get in touch with me or Daryl. I will leave my contact in the description if you're watching this video on YouTube, as usual. But if not, then let me just give you my email again. If you're watching this for the first time, you can email me at invest Bangkok property.com. Okay, so that's my email, so you can reach me here. Or if you are watching from Hong Kong or VPN in China, then if you are more familiar with WeChat, then you can add me on WeChat. This is my WeChat ID. CHOKOBO 82. Okay, WeChat. Okay, or alternatively, you can visit our website investbangkokproperty.com. Then you can leave your contact details as well. We have a live chat, so you can talk to us over there. But sometimes you may not be online, then it will be good that you can leave us your WhatsApp and email so that we can get back to you as promptly as possible. So, alright, so that's all for this video. Okay, I think in summary, if you ask me, location wise, I would say that this project is probably, location wise, I would probably give it, if I really had to give it a rating, I would probably put it at B. Okay, I'll give it a rating of B. With S being the best, superior. So let's say, to give you a reference, I will probably call Noble Plunjit. I'll give it a rating of S. Alright, and then projects in maybe next to a Thong Lo station or Ekamai station, I will give them a rating of A. And this is a B. B is because one minor thing that I do not quite like is I do find that the walking distance is not the best. It is, I would have preferred for it to be maybe 200 meters away from Saphan Khwai station, but unfortunately that's not the case. But to counter that, right, it is actually in a location where there's a lot of developments going on, namely the Bangsue station. And then if you are worrying that when will it fully take shape, not to worry, because you have an existing catchment area in Ari also, so your upside and your downside is actually quite balanced in that sense. There's also a lot of amenities around the area. It's not like a totally undeveloped, secluded area. It's an area that I think more locals will stay because of the affordability. You can see here, one bedroom rent is about 12 to 15,000. That's what more people are prepared to pay versus rent like maybe 25,000. Then you're talking about another class of tenants. So location wise, I'll probably give it a B. Okay, but in terms of the quality of the project, okay, I'll probably give it A minus, B plus, or A minus. Okay, I like the attention to details that they gave to the common areas. They put a lot of emphasis because it's what because I kind of think that they will envision that if you ever host people, it won't be in your apartment, you will be in a common area, so you might be spending a lot more time there. If you're a freelancer, you might be using the co-working space. So they do give I do give plus point for all these, like all the open green spaces. But minus is perhaps I would prefer that they use better appliances for the interior of the apartments. But it's not to be. But you have to balance it out. If not, then the property price won't be 4-5 million already. But they do have like small things like the wardrobe, the shoe cabinets, things that we might think that this is the least they can do, take for granted. But really, if you ever go to see the mass market condo, it's really like bare unit. There's really nothing there. So after all, this is the Line series, so there has to be a certain baseline of quality to it. Alright, so that's my quick not so quick. I think this video is pretty long. But I hope it gives you guys a better idea of this development. So again, if there's any particular project that you would like us to run through, do a overview of, you can write in to us, leave a comment below. And then more importantly, I will appreciate your support if you can just help to like the video and share it with anybody who might be interested in investing in Bangkok. So I shall sign off here. This is Kevin once again. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.